Hi guys, my name's Alana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mental Health with Alana. If you're new here, please press the red subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and also press the bell notification. If you want to check out my Instagram, I'll put it up here on the screen. Please go follow because I post regular updates on there. For today's video, I'm just going to be talking about some ableist and discriminatory things people have said to me due to having both chronic and mental illnesses, and how this has affected me, and give you some advice on what you can say to people who are struggling with these things. So I've had a lot of people in my life who I considered an acquaintance or a friend, and I have been told many things. I have been told that I shouldn't have kids because I have a mental illness. I have been told that I shouldn't have a partner because I'm going to burden them with all my problems. I've been told that I don't really need to use mobility aids. There's nothing wrong with you. You just want attention because of my mental illnesses. You just need to, even professionals have said to me, like, the whole, when you're in a literal crisis at the ED, like emergency department, and they're just like, oh, you just need to use your skills or have a cup of tea. And it's like, what? I'm literally in an acute crisis right now. I'm not safe. How are you saying that? So I've had quite a few things said to me, and I've also had said to me that you shouldn't be calling yourself disabled because that's basically not a nice word, and that you're making that your whole identity. So obviously these things are wrong and wrong to say, but they still hurt and they still upset me when people say them. And I'm sure a lot of you who have mental or physical illnesses has experienced this. It's quite common, unfortunately, and people do it because they don't understand mental health or chronic illnesses. They're not educated, they often don't want to be educated, and they just don't know any better. So even though it hurts and what they say is wrong and it's ableist, I do see the side of their point of view of them just not being educated, but really it should be everybody's job to educate themselves on mental and physical illnesses, whether you have one or not, because mental and physical illnesses affect a large part of the population. People do not realize, like normal people, able-bodied people do not realize how many people suffer from mental and physical chronic illnesses. So when these things were said to me, especially the one about, not having kids or being a burden on my partner, like I don't have a partner right now, but, I'm wanting a partner. And I just said to the person, look, having a mental illness does not mean that you aren't deserving of love. Having a disability does not mean that you're not deserving of love. You deserve to have love and respect and value and someone to love you no matter what condition you have. And there are plenty of people who are severely disabled. And I have a friend who is very disabled who actually got married to another disabled person. And they have kids. And it's just very naive and not thought through when people say these things. It's ignorant. And it's upsetting when it comes from people around you who are like family or friends, or in some cases random strangers, because you do get that. And it can be you get taken aback by it. What I would say, if you're in that position where you do believe those things, I would say that you need to have some compassion for the person and empathy, first of all. Number two is go and do your research on that person's illness or, whatever it is, whether it's a mental illness, chronic illness. Go do your research or ask the person to send you some research or some information on it. That's what I had to do with my mom. My mom is a prime example. My mom never understood mental illness or even my physical illnesses at all. My mom is now my biggest supporter. She's my carer. She advocates for me. Everything. Like, she's amazing. I love her so much. But as a teenager, when I started struggling, she did not have any knowledge of mental illness. She hadn't seen it. She didn't have any understanding of it. She'd never been educated on it. She grew up in a household that didn't talk about mental health, and it was also the generation issue. And I had to, over the years, just keep sending her videos I found online explaining about an illness or information sheet, or I would bring her into my session with my psychologist and my psychologist would explain things. Like recently when I had a psychotic episode and I went into hospital, my mom didn't understand the difference between hallucinations and delusions. So my psychologist explained both of them to her and my mom understood, and now she's really understanding of it and supportive. So giving people information that you think is best describing your illness, or even like finding Instagram posts or like getting a post that has like myths of your illness or myths of your disorder, or there's so many things online that you can find these days that are really helpful. And also following a lot of disabled content creators is really good. It opens your eyes up to how other people live and how other people function and do things in their life. And it really takes away that ableism. And so I would encourage family members, friends, whoever it is, partners, to follow some people on YouTube or on Instagram and get them to have a look at their illnesses and grow from it and learn. Because the more that we learn and educate ourselves about these issues, the less problems we're going to have when it comes to being ableist and discriminating. And I've had friends who've had things, like similar things said to them. I've got a friend who has a lot of chronic illnesses, and the things that she's been told by people is just disgusting and so rude and inconsiderate. So I just wanted to make this video because this is something that I've experienced, and I'm sure if you live with the disability, you've experienced it too. And I thought it would just be a good topic to talk about, just to remind people to be a bit more considerate before you say something that could be offensive or hurtful. So please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, go check out my Instagram, and I hope to see you in my next video.